Hi, welcome. My name is Shauna Kai. I am a Holy Fire Yusui Reiki Master and teacher. I am clairvoyant. I am also a psychic card reader. More importantly, I'm a spiritual being having a human experience, and I'm here to help you on your ascension journey. Today, I wanted to talk about the year 2020. In numerology, that is a 4-year. It's been crazy so far. We all have experienced this. This has actually been such a unique year, and it's also the beginning of a decade. Numerology works in nines, and so the last time we were in a year 4 was in 2011. When we are working with the number 4 is about stability. It's about foundations, and it's about your will. A lot of times, and a lot of people are also talking about seeing 4-4 right now, and I'll get into that a little bit later. When we talk about the number 4, it really is about a sense of identity. Who are you? What are you doing? Are you living in alignment of who you are? A lot of the year 4 is going to be difficult, as we've already seen with the virus, with quarantine, with lots of different things. Why we've been in quarantine, we've had a lot of still time to be able to really recognize if the lives we're living is something that we really want to be living in. The number 4 also has to deal with a lot of how we've handled things. Is it how we're going to continue to handle things? It's a lot about how things are coming up for us when we don't like what's going on. It's a very sturdy, practical number that leads us to move forward. A lot of times in life we get stuck in patterns or ways that we deal with things. And 4 really puts challenging situations and almost like roadblocks in our way to take responsibility for the way we have handled things and lessons so that we can move forward, not using those same ways to cope with different things. It also helps us really see, are we living in a way that we want, and practically, how are we going to move forward? It's a huge part of moving forward, long-term foundations, putting the right people, putting us in the right places. And a lot of times the secret to it is not getting sucked into the reactions necessarily, but looking at it in it's really about radical acceptance. A lot of what we are dealing with this virus is accepting it. We've had to accept we've needed to be quarantined. There's a lot of things we do need to see in acceptance, and things come up for us. And it's such a part of us moving on right now and living in a design that's really about us and our personal identities. Are we living a life that we want? Are we with a person we want? Are we in a job we want? Are we being fulfilled? Also, systems right now, I feel, are really going to come into play that are going to be more effectual versus you're right, you're wrong. I have been an activist for a long time, and I feel like in that there is a lot of blame. And we're moving out of duality, and we need to, as a society, to be able to work together. We have to work together, but we also have to be creating systems that make sense and give people what they really need, without the duality of good and bad and this and that. And we're going to watch a lot of our political stuff fall apart this year. And a lot of the corruption, I think, is going to be coming to the surface and already is. And so it is a lot of us accepting where we are when we're in a year 4 and building the foundation of moving forward. It's new models, it's new ways, it's new people. And so much of it, when we find ourselves in newness, it's not resistance, it's acceptance. I'm in a new state. I'm living in humidity. I've never lived in that before in my life. The bugs are massive. And just even simple things like not keeping my bread out because it gets moldy. Like I'm used to living in really dry conditions, so it's completely opposite. And it's easy to resist what were newness or things that are coming through, but that's what a lot of the number 4 year is about, is looking at those feelings, good and bad, to help us work through this year. As far as the tarot deck, the Emperor is 4 for numerology. And the Emperor is really about looking at structures and dealing with things in a way that is fair and that is very logical, in order to move forward. And I feel like as a society and even a world, we're really moving into this time. And numerology is so cool to be able to see that, because collectively we're all in this. It started January 1st and we will be in a year 4 till December 31st. That's how it works every year. And your personal life paths, it's the same thing. Whatever your life path is, which is based on your birth date, you start that in January 1 and go to December 31. It doesn't activate on your birthday. Around your birthday, things become crazy. I am actually personally in a personal 4 year, apart from just a collective 4 years. So it's a huge year for me, lots of learning. And personally, I'm getting it. It's so much about just acceptance and moving forward, using logical things to move forward. And also, lots of people right now are seeing 4-4 everywhere. Whenever we're seeing 4-4 or 4, a lot of times that is our spiritual guides coming through angelic beings. And they are here and they understand you've been struggling. They understand you have really been through a lot, and they're there divinely to help you. It has a lot to do with what I've already talked about in their want to have you see it's time for newness. It's time to look at the past, not do things the same way, to be able to go about and build a foundation with newness that is firmly established, that helps you move on to a life that you really feel like you're coming here and your purpose. And that's really about 4 energy. I hope this helps you so much, and I hope you have an amazing day. If you enjoyed this video, please share it, like it, and subscribe to my channel. Namaste.